Hi, it's Natalie Ledwell here, and today I'd like to show you some of my favorite personal growth tips on how to stop overthinking once and for all so that you can get back to experiencing more happiness and start living life in the present moment. So to combat episodes of overthinking, you first got to realize when you're doing it. Now, some of the telltale signs that you're overthinking, things like, you're spending a lot of time dwelling on the past or past events or encounters. You second guess yourself a lot. Maybe you spend a lot of time worrying about the future. Maybe you've had a hard time enjoying the present moment. Or you replay embarrassing moments in your head over and over again. Maybe you have trouble sleeping to the point where it feels like your brain just won't shut off. Or maybe you're constantly asking yourself, well, what if? What if this happens? Or what if this happens? Maybe you have trouble concentrating. Or maybe you seem to be living in fear, which a lot of us are right now. Maybe you have a hard time letting go of things, or you spend a lot of time overanalyzing a ton of things. Maybe you're indecisive, or you have a hard time getting your mind off all of your worries, even the ones that you can't control. Maybe you experience stiffness or tension in your muscles or your joints, like especially in your shoulders. Or you replay conversations in your mind that you've had with others, thinking about all the things that you wish you had said, all the things that you wish you hadn't said. Maybe you're oblivious to what's happening around you because you're dwelling on past events or you're worrying too much about the future. Maybe you get worried when you don't get a quick response to something. Now, if you can relate to any of the things that I've just listed there, then you are not alone. And once you have pinpointed the warning signs of overthinking, you can then move towards becoming mentally stronger and living a much happier life. Now, of course, no one's circumstances are perfect, but no matter what you're going through, being held down by your thoughts can often make matters worse. So here are some tips for stopping overthinking in its tracks. Okay, so number one is to acknowledge it. Just like overcoming any life challenge or hurdle, you've got to call it out. Like, take accountability for your overthinking by acknowledging it when you're actually doing it. Now, this is a great way to break the cycle to get your mind back on track to the present moment. Now, we are all human, so overthinking will happen from time to time, but being mindful of it when it's actually happening is a crucial step in learning to overcome it. All right, so number two is to write it out. Now, after acknowledging your experiences of overthinking, another great and cathartic way to ease these emotions is to write out all of your worries. So instead of letting negative thoughts swirl around in your mind, around and around, writing them out on paper can actually help you gain a lot of clarity. So think of spelling out your concerns on paper, like taking a deep breath and then slowly exhaling to help ease your nerves and your tension and your anxiety. In fact, I've created a little mini guide with 10 holistic exercises to help you overcome stress and anxiety, and I'm giving it away for free. So simply click on the description box below this video after you finish watching it. So number three is a gratitude journal. So similarly to writing out all your worries, writing down all of the things that you're grateful for works wonders in preventing overthinking. So when you acknowledge and embrace everything that you already have, this leaves little space for worrisome thoughts to creep in. Now, also a daily gratitude practice is one of the most powerful ways to keep your mind in an optimal state and welcome more abundance into your life. All right, so number four is to meditate. Now, there is no better way to work on staying in the present moment and living in the present moment than meditating. Now, meditation allows you to focus on the present and gain a better or a new perspective on challenging situations because you're shutting down that monkey mind. It also helps you to boost your self-awareness and to push negative feelings from your mind. So finding space and time to meditate is an incredible way to welcome a higher vibration and to get you out of feeling lost and in triggered thoughts. All right, so number five is put it into perspective. Whatever you may be dealing with, a good rule of thumb is to put things into perspective. So when you can take a step back from the challenge or the worry that you're facing and shift your perspective just a little bit, so like you're like an outsider looking in, you are giving your mind the necessary breathing room that it needs to be mindful. Getting worked up about something that has already happened or worrying about future events actually prevents you from being able to see things clearly. So these are the patterns of the excuses that prevents us from living our best life. Now, there's a reason why they say that hindsight is 20/20. So be sure to take a step back from time to time to fully see what you're dealing with as opposed to getting stuck in the minutiae. All right, so number 6 is ditch perfection. Now, most people deal with internal battles for perfection from time to time, to have the perfect answers, to make the perfect decisions, to be the perfect person. But that's just not realistic. So when you can choose to have more compassion for yourself, you are providing yourself the room to learn and to grow, even if you make mistakes along the way. So ditch the self-criticism and the urge to be perfect and replace it with feelings of compassion and even forgiveness for yourself. All right, number 7 is exercise. Now, the benefits of exercise are truly endless and even more beneficial to your mental well-being than you actually think. So not only does exercise ignite endorphins in the body, but it can also be a healthy distraction from worrying that you're facing. So instead of spending time dwelling on the things you can't control, get your body moving, even if you just take a walk. Now, through daily exercise, you can release the strain and the tension that builds up, both mentally and physically, from being worried or having anxiety. All right, tip number 8 is to limit time on social media. Now, another way to get caught in the overthinking trap is to spend too much time scrolling on social media. Now, the information overload that you can experience by spending too much time online can actually trigger the mind to wander into dark places. So set a timer for yourself at a specific time of the day to check your social media. After that, shut it off. Get outdoors, call a friend, meditate, take a walk, or anything else that brings you back to the present moment. Okay? All right, now before I go, I would love to hear from you. Please comment below if you have any other tips or suggestions or ideas that can really help the community to expand their self-growth. And don't forget to subscribe to the My Movies YouTube channel for more videos on personal growth and the law of attraction. Again, my name is Natalie Ledwell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.